So, a very passionate, spontaneous Facebook Live this morning in my car, brought to you from the school run, because on my way to school I was listening to the radio and I heard the news story this morning about the research that has been done in Finland on the connection between stress in pregnancy and how it affects babies, children, and obviously adults. And what that study that has shown, which was done with 36 pregnant women who were followed to see how stress that they'd experienced in their pregnancy affected their babies as they grew and developed. And what was shown is that there is a link between personality disorders in adults and the amount of stress and trauma that a baby might have experienced in the womb. Now, first of all, when I heard that, I was like, yes, actual scientific research which proves what we know, that stress is epidemically damaging all of us. When I look around and see how much stress people are holding in their lives right now, it scares me that we're unconsciously holding stress, holding within ourselves a corrosive disease that affects everything, our bodies, our emotions, our spirit, everything. When I look around and see those levels of stress and see how damaging they are, and thinking that women, pregnant women who are feeling the pressure to work, the pressure to be enough, the pressure of comparison, all of these things, and how that stress is affecting them, their health and their well-being, and how sensitive the environment of the womb is, and how babies consume everything. There's so much focus on what babies consume in terms of nutrition or avoiding certain foods or activities, but what about what babies are consuming on an emotional level, on a spiritual level? What about the stress that babies are consuming through their mothers? What has gone wrong? What has happened to us that we have become so fixated with achieving and having more and more and more and more, and wanting to do more and more and keep up and, you know, keep fighting to get to these places, that we've suddenly lost our connection to ourselves, to each other, and to our earth. You know, you can just see how that stress is manifesting itself in the environment. The earth is stressed, nature is stressed out. I think that this research today has made me so much more aware of the way that we treat families, because it's men and women, but let's focus primarily on mothers. We need to start limiting the amount of stress that we all have, but particularly with mothers, because babies are big. A mother's womb is the creation, is the realm of creation for a baby. And so just before, even before a baby is born, they're being programmed with these stress hormones, which make it difficult for them to achieve their full potential, and puts limits on them before they're even born. And also the stress and pressure for mothers who are now mothering in isolation. If we look back at the traditional ways of community, when a woman was pregnant, she would have been nurtured by her sisters, by the female members of the community. She would have been cared for, she would have been prepared. Birth was done within the community, being held, being supported, being safe, using the wise wisdom of women who'd helped other women to birth for many, many years. And postnatally, most women would receive 40 days of care and rest and recovery, so that they could be fully recovered from creating a life, being an absolute queen and creating a new life. That incredible, most amazing job was celebrated, and that woman would be given the space and time to adjust and to recover and to get her strength back, so that she could actually nurture her baby. And allo parenting was used, which is parenting which is spread throughout the community, rather than mothers feeling the pressure to parent, to look amazing, to go back to work, to run their own businesses, to do all of these things. So we've moved so far away from our old traditional ways that no wonder we're feeling unhappy and lost and not fulfilled. And then because we're not fulfilled, we go chasing after things all of the time. Oh, this will be the answer, or that'll be the answer. If I buy this, if I go there, or I work with her, or I do this, that will be the answer. But we've just got to stop and remember that we have a mechanism within our bodies. We have fight or flight, we have the stress side, which is so important for our survival, but we also have our own medicine. We have the parasympathetic system, the rest and digest, and we can use that. We don't have to keep abusing that and working so much in this stress modality. It's so damaging. And I just feel this morning really passionate about this. I wanted to come on because this is what Blossom and Berry is. Blossom and Berry is about love creates love. It's this exact thing. That when you love and trust yourself and you have a connection with yourself, you feel better about yourself, about everything. You have a deeper sense of gratitude. Your health, your well-being is increased when you love yourself. When you love yourself, it means you have more capacity to love another. So that be your family, it will be your friends, it will be your baby. Then your love is so filled, you are so filled up with love that it literally overflows and spills out into your baby. So your baby becomes filled up with love, and because your baby knows that he's deeply loved, secure, safe, he can grow with love, which means he interacts with others with love, all of his peers, his friends, what he does at school, all the choices he makes in his life. And when he or she becomes a parent, she acts with love as well. And so we create this just cycle of love creates love, and it all starts with attachment. And attachment is the greatest gift that we can have. And attachment is all about feeling connected. It's about feeling connected to your caregiver. It's about feeling connected to yourself. And that connection is so powerful, and that is what we teach in baby massage. And that is why I do what I do, and I've been doing it for 18 years, and I'm never going to stop doing it, because it's the most powerful way to change the world, by starting with babies and teaching love and installing into us as human beings that we are loved, we are careful, we're secure, we are totally fine, we are accepted. You don't have to be anything other than yourself. You are completely loved for who you are, and that message is what we teach through baby massage. And we practically put love and attachment and connection into action. And that's why it's such a powerful tool. And that's why of all the things that I've studied over the years, clinical hypnotherapy, doulaship, sleep consultant, yoga teacher, all of those things, they all just disappear in comparison to baby massage, because baby massage is like a little bubble of love that just gives babies and parents the space and the experience to just to be fully connected. And with our other courses that we do, with our baby confidence courses, we're bringing in mother's circles later on in the year, with our love creates love groups. They're just all about letting someone know that they're cared for, that they're loved, supported, nurtured. And guess what? This is free, okay? It doesn't cost anything to be kind, compassionate, and empathetic to anyone. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a mind shift from like want and to stress and trying to achieve more and more and more and more and more, to bringing it back to what is so simple and so powerful, which is love and connection and consciousness around how we live our lives. So the point of this is, sorry, I'm really passionate about this. The point of this is, I can't do this on my own. I have got over 1,000 teachers in the world who are teaching love, and I need more people to join me to help me make this difference. I want all parents and babies to have the love and support that they need. I want all parents to feel relaxed and loved. I want all parents to have the most nourishing, nurturing experience that they can. And we can do that with our paid groups, we can do that with our Love Creates Love free groups, we can do that through the charity work that we do. Like the charity work that I'm doing in Malawi is helping mothers. When we talk about stress, talking about mothers who have stress through violence, through war, through famine, through illness, all of these things. That is extreme stress. Imagine what is happening to that baby. So when that child is born, they're born with an infusion of a stressful environment. How can those countries and societies and communities develop when they're stuck in a stress, pain, poverty cycle? That's why the work I do in Malawi, even though it might seem very simple, that it's just baby massage, it's not. It's a powerful tool to change the way that people see the relationship between a parent and baby. It honours children's human rights, it empowers women. It's all of these things that are so important. And I'm going on Tuesday to meet with the Colchester Refugee Association, because I want to work more with mothers who are refugees. Imagine if you're pregnant and you're a refugee and you're leaving a country where you've lost your home. You may have experienced violence, you might have experienced loss, you are completely feeling abandoned and not safe at all. Imagine the amounts of stress in your body that go over to your baby in those circumstances. I am here to help to try to heal that stress and pain through the classes that I do postnatally and wherever possible prenatally, because if we can provide this vital love medicine before babies are born, then we can stop a lot of pain and suffering that goes on in adults, and we can stop spending years and years and years of our life hating ourselves, not accepting ourselves, feeling unhappy, because before we were even born we had this influx of stress that potentially shapes our brain. That's what this research is showing this morning. So I'm really sorry about this rant, but I feel like this is a really important day for me, that I'm just calling in anyone and everyone who wants to help me on this mission of Love Creates Love. I'm calling in anyone who feels drawn to recognise the power that we have to change children's lives before they're born, and in those early 1001 critical days of life. We've got to nurture the future. This is the future of our society and the future of our world. And like I said, we're disconnected from ourselves, we're disconnected from each other, we're disconnected from the planet, and we've got to stop this damage on every level. The self-loathing, the disconnection to our children's mental health issues, the environmental damage around us, it's all one and the same, and it's symptomatic of a deep sense of unhappiness, of stress, and a feeling of lack in the world. Okay, so let's turn lack into love and really, really do something about it. Let's put love into action. Let's teach love. Let's do something, guys. So calling in anyone and everyone who can help with this mission. I'm feeling super pumped about this. Yeah, let's do this.